So this morning I went up to see a woman who had some dogs up for adoption, and I noticed it in sort of one of the local groups of foreigners that she had what she called jackapoos. So I looked them up, and they seem to be a mix of Jack Russell Terrier and poodles. And I have a dog that I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure she's part Jack Russell Terrier and Chihuahua. So she's a very, very active dog. She's 10 years old now, and she has some sort of, arthritis, but you wouldn't know it. And so, but ever since, that incident happened where these people ripped the dog away from me, that I had adopted, I'd rescued from when I found it, starving basically. I'm thinking, well, it might be nice to get another dog and compatible with my dog and me. And there's sort of been a dog hanging around our neighborhood that I've been feeding, Francisco from feeding, my other neighbor Nidia, she's been feeding. But they don't let him in their yard. And I have let him in the yard, but he's still a little skittish, a lot skittish, a little bit crazy, and he's quite powerful. And I just don't know that he can ever be tamed because I kind of suspect I know where he came from. And that guy never allowed those dogs. The guy sort of breeds dogs is what he sort of does. And I think he just dumped 2 or 3 of them because I see another dog on another street when I walk. And anyway, so I like him, but I just don't know. And my dog, actually my dog is pretty good with him. She just barks at. He's always wanting to kiss her. And she goes, "Get away from me." And he goes, "Okay." So I went up, down, up, down, up, down. I went south. I went to a sort of more rural area. And I drove up to this woman's house. It was kind of, she had just 2 acres. Oh my God, on the side of a hill. Very, very nice. But she's like my age. And well, she's a little bit younger. Everybody's a little bit younger. Okay, everybody's a little bit younger than me. I've come to face it. And the only people older than me are dead or dying. Oh my God, I don't want to think about that. So listen, I meet her and her dogs, and immediately I step out of the dog, and there's 5 of them, but 3 are for adoption, and 2 of them apparently are the parents. They surround my car, they start barking, and they let my dog out, and they pow, 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 they pow. They don't attack the dog, but they certainly corner her. And I'm going, this is not helpful. This is not warming my heart. This is not making me think I made the right decision. She said, "Oh, don't worry, they don't bite, they don't bite." I'm going, oh, well, that's good. Neither does my dog. My dog's mouth is tiny and she's missing half her teeth. So apparently that's a Jack Russell Terrier issue. When I looked them up, I found out about that. So we hung out there for a while, and it became clearer and clearer to me 2 things. One was, those dogs didn't want to get adopted. I'm usually pretty good with dogs, and dogs usually come right up to me and they want to like sniff me or yell at me or whatever they want to do. And they didn't want anything to do with me. In fact, at one point she put the smaller dog in my lap, and the dog jumped down, and she walked right in. No. The dog has to make the choice of what the dog wants to do. It's no use kidnapping a dog. And she said, "Oh," and I was watching her. She's really was kind of top heavy, and she works these by herself, and she lives up there by herself. And I went, she said, "It's too much for me. It's just too much for me. I need to, let them go or get rid of them," or however she termed it. And I went, "Yeah, but it is too much for you." And then there was another one that I never had an experience like this, where dogs just avoided me and my dog. And I figured, I said, "Why open my car door?" They didn't want to jump in. I thought to myself, these dogs, so she's adopted out of 2 others, they have gotten wise. That every time a stranger arrives, one of them disappears. They're not stupid dogs. And so I watched her, and I said, "Look, you know what? The best thing is that I should probably come back a couple of times and see if anything changes." And she said, "Oh, yeah, okay. That's probably it." And she actually had one of her dogs she was trying to get to jump in my car. Go ahead. Hey, I'll put him. I said, "No, she has to make the choice herself." So I was a little bit disappointed, but I did stop at the food market up there, which has all organic food. And I wanted to tell you, I got organic tomatoes, which were $1 a kilo, which means that they were about 50 cents a pound. So I stocked up. I came right home and started making spaghetti sauce. So that's my day so far, and I thought I would share that with you. And I'm not going to give up. And maybe the dog that's in the street who was waiting for us when I came back, maybe that'll work out. I don't know. Anyway, my dog was very happy because she basically doesn't want another dog at all.